Hopefully, you all guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day, and we are back again with another live stream update regarding Manchester United. There are some updates that Man United are working on and plans for 100,000 seater stadium, and we are also cover the transfer market, the transfer rumors, and whom we can sign in the coming days. Manchester United will aim to build a 100,000 seater stadium should the club press ahead with plans to move to a new Old Trafford. Uh, the six-figure capacity is seen as a realistic number designed to future-proof the ground given high demand for tickets. The joint task force has assessed a redevelopment but is currently focusing attentions on what a new build might look like and how it could be financed. Having concluded initially at this stage, this is the best way to transform the fan experience. So it is looking more likely and that Manchester United will have a new stadium. They are currently exploring the possibilities of the financing, how they will approach the financing of this new stadium. But I think they should go for a sponsorship deal, even if they have to allow the sponsor to have their names with the Old Trafford, like we are seeing Old Trafford, Spotify Camp now, or Etihad Stadium, or all the sponsors that we did. I don't want to go with the depth, especially the history that we currently have has with the depth. Uh, Glazers bought the club in 2005, and they borrowed them that money, and they put the debt on Manchester United. So we are still paying the interest, and we are very much in danger in paying that installment. So I'm not going again in the same position, and I think they will not go on the same position. Instead, they will give the financing, the sponsors, an option to use their names in the Old Trafford. So Jim Ratcliffe preference is also for a stadium built from scratch rather than renovations, and United believe doing so on land owned by the club adjacent to the current ground is feasible, meaning the team could continue to play at Old Trafford through the construction work. The alternative, improving stand by stand, would mean a reduction of capacity at different points and headaches over how to house 51,000 season ticket holders should the number of available seats fall below that figure. There is a major difference in cost, with a new build expected to surpass 2 billion pounds, and internal acknowledgement cost could rise while renovation is around half that amount. But the work being done by the task force, which is chaired by Lord Core and includes Mayor of Manchester Gary Neville, Sarah Todd, is centered on the more expensive option. The group has met four times, with the latest being last week when Neville raised the subject of how a new Old Trafford would appear architecturally. So we are looking more and more closer for the stadium, and I think they will go for a stadium, and they should only go for the stadium, a new stadium, and they should get the sponsorship deal for this, even if they had to change the name of the Old Trafford whatsoever. But we don't need the debt, another debt on the club. Moving on to transfer market, we are currently hearing updates on Aaron Wan-Bissaka closing on the exit to West Ham, and subsequently Nusayr Mazrui will be joining Manchester United from Bayern Munich, and we are okay with that transfer. However, Aaron Wan-Bissaka gives us a special skill set with no other can offer. He can lock down any wing. against any opponent. So we saw his performance against Manchester City, where first he was up against Jack Grealish and he actually pocketed Grealish, and then he was up against Jeremy Doku, who is a very good 1v1 defender, and still he was not able to get past to score the goal. He actually did score the goal in that final, but it was not Wan Bissaka's error, it was the goalkeeping error. So this is his positives. The negatives are he does not offer anything good. He's not good on the ball. He will not offer you anything going forward. So what do you need to do when you will have injuries? So it will uh, limit the opportunity, the skill set to play out from the back. That's why they are going for Nusair Mazrui, and Mazrui defensive stats are not good, but he going forward he can offer you something, and he will be a squad player. I think Diego Dallo will start. So this left back is sorted out. Now, if we move to center backs, we will need delete, and ideally in an ideal world we would need both delete and Breathenwade, because Breathenwade is a left-footed center back and delete is a right-footed center back. So we don't have currently don't have the replacement for our left-footed center back, who is Lisandro Martinez. If he gets injured, then again we will back to the last season injury woes. So ideally, in an ideal world, both of these, Delete and Braithenwade, we should sign him. We should sign Braithenwade only if we are able to get anything between 55 million pounds. So that will make more sense. And once for making in the squad space, we will actually have to get rid of one of Harry Maguire or Victor Lindelof, and I can see Victor Lindelof going. So he will not with Manchester United probably at the after this transfer, after the preseason. So he will leave that. He will open up the space for delete. Sounds good. So Harry Maguire departure depends on whether we will be able to sign and the guy Gerard Braithwaite from Everton. I actually like his defending, but playing from the back, he's not actually that good. So these center back situations will be sorted, and the last but not least, are actually forwards are actually sorted. It only depends on how you will deal with Anthony, whether you will move him out for a loan, whether you will keep at Old Trafford and will give him some game time, or will he be sold out. If you are going to sold Anthony, then you are not getting any amount of money whatsoever. But so the ideal scenario would be to give him on loan. A loan to any La Liga club would make sense, and once the things get better with him, you can either sell him or you can all either bring him back to the squad. But currently, selling is not an option in this season for Anthony. His valuation have fell off drastically, and we can just check what is his valuation according to transfer market. So that will be very much less than what we have paid for him. So it will be I can find. Anthony's transfer mark value is 25 million euros. This is way less than what we paid for him, and so at that time market value of Anthony was 35 million pound euros, and we paid 95 million euros. This was this was not good. And then if we come to the midfielders, then we need to do a lot of hard work to balance the midfield. Currently, from the midfield, I would like Hannibal Mejbri to go. I would like Christian Eriksen to go, and in an ideal world, I would like Casemiro and Scott McTominay to go. So, if we are able to sign Ugarte, he will be the perfect partner to Menu, and we also need two more number six. One could be Sufyan Amrabat. He's another loan move, or the another you can say deal that can fell off, agreed of between Florentina, so we can sign him. And the third number six will be Toby Collier. So they all three would work well with Kobe Menu, and we if we let go Christian Eriksen, then there are options in the market like Yusuf Fofana. He has not still signed the deal with AC Milan, and there are options of another midfielder, Rabiot, who is free. So we will see what will happen with him. Uh, but we need to get the balance of the midfield right. So, and we need to move the dead wood, dead rubber very very quickly. And if we are going to get any progress in the next season, let me know what do you guys think. So you are two three people have joined. You have if you have any comments, let me know. I will read it out and I will answer it probably. Currently I don't have any comments. I will wait for you for the 5 minutes, for the 2 minutes, and then we can, if you don't have any questions, then we can move on. So if you have any question regarding transfers, I please let me know in the comments. I will display it here, and if you don't have any questions, we can close the stream. So I have explained the Old Trafford redevelopment plans and transfers. Preseason is going okay. We had some injuries. We have to still we are waiting to hear for Lenny Euro. What will happen with Lenny Euro? I'm not sure. I think he has a muscular injury and he will be out for a long, 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 long time. That is not a good thing, and we need to sign his replacement. Not his replacement, but actually squad depth, which will allow us to play the same way that we can play with Lenny Euro. So this guy is saying, yeah, you can argue that, but I think the world is moving to a more commercial side of the football, and right now we have to make a new stadium, and we have two choices: either to get the loan. I'm not in a favor of a loan, or to get a sponsorship deal and put their name at with Old Trafford. So that will make more sense to me. So, what do you think about the midfield signing? So, I think midfield needs to be revisited. The balance of the midfield is not good. So, we need to actually get some players out from the midfield first, then we can sign some new players. The exits, as I highlighted previously in the video, it could be Ericsson, it could be McTominay, it could be Casemiro, and we also sold Donny Van de Beek. So that will actually free up some squad space, some wage space to help us get some new players in the midfield. So balance of the midfield is very, very, very important. I would, if you think, I would let go Casemiro, and I would buy in Ugarte, and then I would buy Sufyan Amrabat, and then I would the Toby Collier will be the third person who can give the squad depth, and then Christian Eriksen replacement would be Yusuf Fofana, and Scott McTominay replacement will be Rabiot. So it will balance the midfield. It will add the squad depth, and it will balance the midfield. So this is very, very, very important going forward, and we are very, very happy that Ineos is actually moving this way, and it shows how poor the squad planning were before, and those guys were very, very, very poor. John Motto, he did not had any idea whatsoever of the football, and that was a horrible thing. So if anyone have questions, you can let me know in comments.